Toyota Kirloskar Motors, Mr. Harish Lakshman, President ACMA, Mr. Ramesh Suri, Vice President ACMA, and Mr. Vinny Mehta, Director General ACMA. Once again, an extremely warm welcome to our distinguished dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen, before we commence the inaugural session, we would like to begin with the lighting of the ceremonial lamp. And may I please request our guest of honor, Honorable Minister, Mr. Anant Geete, to kindly light the lamp. And I also request all our distinguished dignitaries present on the dais to kindly join in. This marks the auspicious beginning of the 54th Annual Session and National Conference. Deepa Jyoti Param Brahma, Deepa Jyoti Janardhana, Deepa Jyoti, Deepa Hare Tu Me Papam, Deepa Jyotir Namastate. The lighting of the lamp, an integral part of the Indian tradition, seeking divine blessings before new and auspicious beginnings. Thank you, Honorable Minister and distinguished dignitaries, for the lighting of the lamp. The year gone by has been one of the most challenging in the history of the automotive industry in India. While the domestic automotive market was significantly stressed due to flagging sales, yet auto components exports grew by 15%. During these trying times, the auto component industry looked at international markets in a much more serious way, and the need to become an integral part of the global auto supply chain has become ingrained as its strategic intent. It is in this context that ACMA has chosen capturing the global opportunity, the next imperative for the Indian auto component industry, as the theme for this year's annual session. This will surely enable Indian suppliers to realize and take appropriate measures to grow internationally and position themselves better to face any future slowdown in the Indian market. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Mr. Harish Lakshman. He's the Managing Director of the Rane Group, besides being on the board of several other companies. Representing the Young India, Mr. Harish comes with close to 2 decades of experience in the automotive industry. He has steered the industry from the front with aplomb, poise, and commitment during his tenure as President ACMA. With these words, I now invite him to kindly make his welcome address.
Honorable Mr. Anant Geete, Union Minister for Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises, Dr. Rajan Katod, Secretary Heavy Industry, Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises, Mr. Vikram Kirloskar, President SIAM and Vice Chairman Toyota Kirloskar Motors Limited, Mr. Sumit Mazumder, President Designate CII and Chairman Tractors India Limited, Mr. Ramesh Suri, Vice President ACMA and Chairman Global Autotech, Vinny Mehta, Director General ACMA, captains of the vehicle industry, members of the diplomatic corps, officials from the government, ACMA past presidents, my colleagues from the ACMA Executive Committee and members of ACMA. Also a special welcome to my dear family who are here, and especially my father, Mr. Lakshman, an ACMA past president and president of ASSOCHAM. Friends from the press and media, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege to welcome you all to the 54th Annual Session and National Conference of ACMA. I have a pleasure in extending a very warm welcome to Mr. Geete, our Union Minister. Sir, I must confess that the Ministry and its officials have always supported us well, and now with you in the lead, we expect our issues to be advocated with other ministries with even greater zest. At this juncture, I cannot but allude to the reference made by our Honorable Prime Minister on the automotive sector during his Independence Day speech. His call for manufacturing in India and inviting investments in the automotive sector has sent a fresh wave of excitement throughout the industry, and has tremendously excited us on the prospects of manufacturing in India and exporting to the world. In order to make this dream a reality, the automotive sector should be declared as a priority sector with a specific long-term stable policy regime. Sir, we request you to champion our cause and lead us from the front. The year gone by has been one of the most challenging in the recent history of the automotive industry in India. During these trying times, each one of us had to go back to the drawing board, revisit our strategies, reorient our organization, streamline our processes, and revitalize our companies to gear up and deal with the challenges. The going has been tough for all of us in this room, but I believe we have evolved into much stronger entities with better capabilities to be competitive. In fact, there is a sense of satisfaction with which I can state that as an industry, we have displayed great resilience in these trying times, and most of the ACMA members have delivered reasonable results. This period has made us look at international markets in a much more serious way, and the need to become an integral part of the global auto supply chain has become ingrained in our strategic intent. It is in this context that we have chosen capturing the global opportunity, the next imperative for the Indian auto component industry, as our theme for this year's annual session. A very warm welcome to Dr. Rajan Katoch, our Secretary for the Department of Heavy Industry. Sir, thank you so much for your ever-ready support and your presence here today. As always, we look forward to you and your department to champion the cause of our industry, nationally as well as internationally. Vikram, President SIAM, a very hearty welcome to you. Let me first begin by congratulating you for your very successful first year as the President of SIAM, and I'm very confident that your second year will also be as illustrious and eventful as the earlier one. I also need to thank you for your initiatives that have allowed our two organizations to work closely on many diverse matters. Your support for ACMA during the Auto Expo, despite our two shows being in different locations for the first time, was exemplary, and we cannot thank you enough for your leadership and energy that ensured that both the shows were a big hit, despite it being a difficult year for the industry. I'm also aware that sometimes, although very rarely, ACMA has a different point of view than that of SIAM. I can assure you that our intent will always be to align with SIAM. We have no doubts in our mind that at the end of the day, what is good for our customer is good for us. We also appreciate that you have spent a great deal of your time and given us valuable inputs as the chairman of the ACMA Awards jury. The awards have surely grown in stature with you as our jury chairman. Thank you again. Let me extend a very special welcome to Mr. Sumit Mazumder, President Designate CII and Chairman and Managing Director of Tractors India. Thank you, sir, for so readily accepting our request to join us this morning. ACMA's close partnership with CII is historic and has stood the test of time. We are delighted that CII has set for itself accelerating growth, creating employment as its theme for the current year, as that resonates very well with the sentiments and agenda of the auto component industry. We look forward to views on what we must do to prepare the auto component industry to navigate successfully as we integrate with the global automotive supply chain. Let me also take this opportunity to welcome our esteemed speakers and panelists. Thank you all for supporting us with your inputs on the thought-provoking ACMA McKinsey report that mirrors today's theme, capturing the global opportunity. We shall be unveiling this report shortly and also have a panel discussion later on this subject with some very eminent leaders from our industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the ACMA annual session is an occasion to reflect the year gone by, introspect on the current state of the industry, and share new insights that may help to navigate the future. The unfavorable economic conditions internationally as well as in the domestic market led to an atmosphere of volatility, uncertainty, high inflation, growing input costs, fluctuating exchange rates, and relatively high interest rates that severely daunted the industry's performance in India. Estimates from SIAM suggest that during 13-14, the total production of automobiles, including tractors, increased by only 4.5%. to 22.17 million units as compared to about 21.2 million units in 12-13. Unfortunately, given the prolonged demand slump, the passenger vehicle industry production fell for second consecutive fiscal, reducing by about 5% from 3.23 million in 12-13 to 3.07 million in 13-14. The commercial vehicle segment continued to be the worst hit as it posted a decline of 16% from 8.32 lakh units in 12-13 to 6.98 lakh units in 13-14. Two-wheeler segment and the farm tractor were the only segments which showed positive growth. While the former grew by 7.2%, the latter saw a healthy 20% in 13-14. In this backdrop, the auto component sector in India witnessed a turnover of rupees 2,11,000 crores, approximately 36 billion, with a 2% reduction over the previous year. However, exports grew by 5.4% to US $10.2 billion in 13-14, helping offset some of the drop in the domestic demand. The ability to steadily grow exports at a time when the market conditions are not very supportive is a reflection of the growing position of the Indian auto component industry in global terms. It is now becoming even more imperative for domestic companies to become an integral part of the global supply chain, not only to grow, but also to hedge against the market downturn in any specific region. As auto component manufacturers continue to embark on this global journey, I would like to thank all the OEMs in India who have made us what we are today. It is solely due to their relentless driving that we have developed engineering, process, and quality capabilities to embark on this global journey. The global automotive landscape is also witnessing unprecedented changes which are not apparent today, as these are all in the development stage and will come to the fore in the next 5 to 10 years. The various changes driven by need for fuel efficiency, safety, and concern for environment will not be sequential and may well create a point of inflection for the automotive industry in the world as well as in India. It is imperative for the Indian auto component industry to gear up to these changes today to be able to deal with the developments expected in the future. While we saw growth coming to a standstill in the last year due to uncertainty and the lack of confidence, the coming year will be fraught with equally daunting challenges. Lack of availability of power, poor managerial bandwidth, and low return on investment add to the challenge of unutilized capacity, especially in small Tier 2 and Tier 3 manufacturers. Further, our country is intent on more multilateral and bilateral trade agreements, increasing the threat of imports, while this is in contrast to many of our competitor nations like Brazil, who are imposing non-tariff barriers on imports. While there is no immediate solution to these challenges, we, the stakeholders, specifically the industry, the government, the financial institutions, the academia, and of course our workforce, must resolve to stand by each other, shoulder to shoulder in these testing times, and together overcome the challenges. As I speak to you, there are harbingers of hope all around. Foreign investment into the Indian stock markets have picked up, signaling a revival in investor confidence. The US economy is gradually recovering, and the IMF estimates improved global economic growth at 3.6%. The vehicle market in the US has stabilized, and promising green shoots have started to sprout in Europe and Japan as well. The automotive industry is also showing early signs of recovery in India. These are very early signals, and they give me a sense of optimism for the year ahead. However, given the deep-rooted problems, I believe the recovery will be gradual. What I'm sure of is that the worst is behind us, and we need to now prepare ourselves for the next growth cycle. ACMA, with its proficient secretariat, will continue to play an active role in the sector's recovery. Last year, the execution across different activities, despite a challenging year, was impeccable. Our regions have contributed significantly by extending their reach to smaller hubs to improve the capability of Tier 2 and Tier 3s by conducting dedicated local events. This increased penetration will be essential in the future to build a sustainable supply chain. As we go forward, I hope to see still more collaborative approach between the component manufacturers, the OEMs, the machine tool suppliers, and the raw material industry. If we have to grow from being locally competitive to globally competitive, our relationship must graduate from being transaction to a mutually beneficial and symbiotic one. As I conclude, there is no doubt that India has all the ingredients to become one of the leading players in the global auto component space. We have a vast pool of engineering skill and knowledge supported by the power of innovation and entrepreneurship. The domestic market, which is going through a cyclical slump, is bound to recover and gain momentum. I have full faith in the prowess and capability of our industry, the market potential of our nation, and the skill and ingenuity of our people, and I am confident that we will be an industry to reckon with in the not-so-distant future. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for gracing today's occasion.
Thank you, Mr. Lakshman, for your extremely warm welcome address and also for setting the tone for the 54th ACMA Annual Session and National Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have with us today Mr. Sumit Mazumder, President Designate CII and Chairman Managing Director of TIL, which is the manufacturer of India's largest range of material handling equipment in technical collaboration with the world leaders. He is also the Executive Chairman of Tractors India Private Limited. The company is a distributor for Caterpillar USA in India, Nepal and Bhutan for their earth-moving, construction, mining equipment and power systems. He is on the board of several prestigious councils and committees. With these words, I would like to now invite Mr. Mazumder to share his perspective with us on how the CII and the industry at large are strategizing to gear up with the potential growth and economic challenges confronting our economy.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much. Honorable Shri Anant Geete, Minister for Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises, Dr. Rajan Katoch, Secretary, Heavy Industries, Mr. Vikram Kirloskar, President SIAM, Harish Lakshman, President ACMA, Mr. Ramesh Suri, Vice President ACMA, and Vinay Mehta. Distinguished members of the automotive industry, ladies and gentlemen. I am grateful that ACMA has invited me this morning to participate in the 54th Annual Session and National Conference. And as Harish mentioned in his opening remarks, ACMA and CII have been associated for a long time, and it's been a very good association. And obviously, when I got the invitation to come and talk to you, considering the relationship between CII and ACMA, I immediately accepted it. It is, of course, a great privilege for me to be present amidst the eminent panelists on the dais today, and I look forward to the address of the distinguished minister. The topic of the ACMA annual session and national convention, which Harish mentioned, is capturing the global opportunity, the next imperative for the Indian auto component industry. Obviously, this is very topical, and the choice is excellent. And really, if you look at what's happening in the country, we do believe that the Indian automotive sector is clearly emerging from a protracted slowdown and is now ready to leverage global opportunities. It is immensely encouraging to have the presence of the key minister at this session. In the last 3 months, the government has proactively taken up the cause of economic revival, and we are delighted that the initiatives have resulted in the fastest GDP growth in the last 4 years. We are greatly enthused by the visionary call of Make in India, which Harish also talked about, by the Honorable Prime Minister last month, and are confident that the government would rapidly institute new modalities to encourage a fresh manufacturing surge in India And as I was talking to some people this morning, India does have a huge potential in manufacturing. It could be the manufacturer to the world, and this is largely untapped, and this is a huge opportunity. The Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises is the key ministry for promotion of capital goods and automotives, and the support of the Honorable Shri Anant Geete imparts great confidence to the industry. We look forward to your evolving innovative strategies for taking the Indian auto component sector to new heights. The Indian auto component industry is recognized as the leading participant in the manufacturing sector. The figures may be a little different. It's how you look at it. The figures I have is it's at about 38 billion US dollars, and which obviously contributes significantly to the GDP and is expected to increase to 115 billion US dollars in about 5 years' time. The sector employs, I'm told, 1.3 million people directly, and it is estimated in the next 5 years this will increase to about 2 million people. Now this is the employment directly. The multiplier impact on indirect and informal employment, of course, is huge. As such, it is critical for India to build capabilities in this sector. It's a very important sector of the Indian economy. It is heartening to note the progress made by the dynamic industry sector overseas. Today, almost all global OEMs are sourcing from India, and exports have crossed the milestone of 10 billion US dollars. As we go forward, the auto component sector will remain one of India's iconic export sectors, making inroads into both developed and emerging markets. Technologies are creating entirely new markets and consumer preferences. For automakers, technology leadership and marketing and brand management are of course key challenges. Likewise, online marketing and multi-trading will be top of the mind for aftermarket operations. India is widely expected to be one of the major emerging market players in the global industry, given its competitive and talented workforce, research and development and design capabilities, and large domestic, and of course we have a very large domestic market. Our progressive companies have demonstrated that sector is fully capable of meeting the challenges of the global environment. Indian auto component producers are at the cutting edge of quality, and they have won some of the most prestigious awards, probably the most outside Japan on quality. The right manufacturing environment for automotive exports could help deepen the overseas footprint of the Indian automotive sector. Supply chain operations need to become more efficient. The figure I have, we've got to lower the logistics cost, because today we are about 30% higher than other larger automotive markets. I would like to suggest that a new automotive policy be drafted to take the sector to the next level. Such a policy would take note of the technologies that are trending today and would gather pace in the future, and devise pragmatic and workable solutions to enable Indian auto component industry to adapt to them. In fact, we should strategize to lead technology development for the global market, including emerging economies. Automotive parks and clusters could help strengthen the manufacturing environment by including physical as well as soft infrastructure. Power availability and port connectivity are two key areas to be addressed, and we hope that the emerging national investment and manufacturing zones would meet these requirements. The soft infrastructure facilities would embrace skill development institutions, quality training institutions, standards and testing facilities, and research and development linkages. Supply chain efficiency, of course, I talked about it, would be central to this endeavor, and I would suggest that government and industry work together to create greater strategies between anchor companies and the vendor base. Export promotion would be a key endeavor. This would include strengthening existing markets, building new markets, improving market access in key economies, and redefining the Indian auto component brand image. Industry can partner the government in this field. CII has been working with the central government to foster a more productive manufacturing ecosystem, including in areas such as taxation, ease of doing business, cluster development, and manufacturing zones. Introducing GST would be a key facilitator of manufacturing growth. CII has also been taking up industrial policy with state governments and has been partnering with them for investment promotion. Let me also mention that CII has been deeply engaged in building the competitiveness of Indian manufacturing enterprises. Our centers of excellence provide training and advisory services for quality management, energy efficiency and cost management, leadership development, and others. The auto component industry has been one of the major drivers of these initiatives, and we look forward to your continuing engagement in the future. Let me conclude by reiterating our appreciation to the government for encouraging and promoting the auto industry and pledge CII's support to every endeavor. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Mazumder, for your extremely positive address. The industry looks up to you for your vast experience and expertise. Hailing from a renowned Kirloskar family, Mr. Vikram Kirloskar is a fourth-generation entrepreneur of the Kirloskar Group and was instrumental in bringing Toyota to India and is recognized by the government with the prestigious Suvarna Karnataka Award. A mechanical engineer from MIT, he has made significant contribution to the growth and the development of the engineering and automotive industry in India. Over the years, with his rich experience, he has been inducted into several government panels for his wise counsel advice. Mr. Kirloskar also dons the hat of President of SIAM. Creating advantage in adverse situations has been a forte for him. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to now invite Mr. Vikram Kirloskar to kindly address us.
Shri Anant, Geete, Honorable Minister of Heavy Industries, Shri Kato, Secretary Heavy Industries, Sumit, President Designate CII, Harish, Vinny, Ramesh ji, dear friends, a very good morning to all of you. I would like to thank ACMA for inviting me to address you on this inaugural session of the ACMA's 54th annual session. Our sectors are so intertwined so deeply that one cannot exist without the other. To that extent, we share the same umbilical cord. The last 2 years have once again shown that the industry in India, the domestic market, is very, very unpredictable and turbulent. Therefore, in order to de-risk our businesses, we need to move away from a domestic focus to a global mindset. The ACMA theme of capturing the global opportunity is therefore very relevant for the auto component industry. We are fortunate to have our senior minister on the dais today, and taking advantage of his presence, I would like to make the following 3 points. Sir, the automotive industry is the mother industry and pulls with it a host of other manufacturing and service sectors. If we need to fulfill the Prime Minister's vision of making India as a manufacturing hub, then the auto industry has to be leveraged as the primary engine of growth. Secondly, We have to look at the automotive industry as a strategic sector and formulate a policy structure that would support its growth for the next decade. And third, revisit the taxation structure on the industry. The central and state taxes put together add up to 56 to 75% depending on the vehicle, which is perhaps one of the highest tax incidences on any manufactured engineering product. There is a need for more moderate taxation. That is the reason why the auto industry is keenly awaiting the implementation of GST. The slowdown in the auto sector, thankfully, is now gradually withdrawing. We have seen consistent growth in the passenger car segment and the two-wheeler segment over the last 3 months. The commercial vehicle segment is still in the negative, but showing clear signs of improvement. We are clearly on a path to a slow but sure recovery. Where do we go from here? Past experience of slowdowns has taught us that when the industry rebounds, sometimes the component industry is caught with capacity constraints. Capacity creation and investments therefore have to be continued so that production could quickly be ramped up when the demand recovers. There is a fair amount of excess capacity in the car assembly and industry. I think close to 30% excess capacity. So there's a lot of headroom for quick growth. The industry under the collective banner of SIAM has already brought in self-regulation in certain areas like a voluntary recall policy in case of safety-related manufacturing defects. Taking this voluntary initiative forward very soon, government will enforce a mandatory recall policy. This will bring in a new level of responsibility both upon the OEMs as well as the component manufacturers who will have to gear up to meet such challenges. Secondly, many automotive components and systems may have been localized and continue to get indigenized. I believe that we need to address the issue of depth of manufacturing. While assembly of complete systems is done locally, there may be still a number of critical child parts that still get imported. We need to start looking at indigenizing these smaller components to reduce our import costs and improving our competitiveness, specifically looking at what is happening to the rupee. Therefore, the component industry needs to evolve a strategic roadmap to increase the depth of manufacturing. Finally, I would like to touch upon the Competition Commission order recently issued. This order is a demonstration of government departments often working in isolation and taking policy decisions based on their limited and narrow mandates. When we look at the automotive aftermarket, the most critical element is that of safety on the road, an element that has been completely ignored by the CCI. Now, safety of the consumers can only be ensured by high quality of after-sales service, repair, and use of good quality, genuine spare parts. The current structure of the independent aftermarket is just not mature enough to provide such high level of service. Moreover, unlike in the European Union or the United States or Japan, India has not yet evolved any regulation for the aftermarket which could ensure some minimal level of quality in the aftermarket. We do not have any minimum quality norms for spare parts, including for critical safety parts, no criteria or eligibility requirements for setting up independent garage or repair shops, no stringent laws to prevent spurious parts, etc. This leaves a wide chasm between the stringent quality process of type approvals and homologation followed by the OEM industry and the free-for-all approach in the aftermarket. No industry will share its technical knowledge and service protocol data with independent operators who are mere holes in the wall, lacking competent skills as well as the right kind of organizational setup, and who cannot be regulated. We cannot copy the European laws on free market competition without first bringing in such basic regulation in the aftermarket. If we put the cart before the horse, we will be seriously compromising on safety. I'm sure that the OEMs and component manufacturers both would put consumer safety above all other business imperatives. SIAM and ACMA have worked in close partnership for many years. In the last 2-3 years, we have further enhanced this partnership through regular interactions with the SIAM sourcing group at the office bearers level and also at the committee level, where joint initiatives have been taken in respect of data interchange platform and also in conducting studies on specific technical issues. Our cooperation in the area of combating counterfeits has also been widely appreciated. I want to emphasize that SIAM values its relationship with ACMA, and we hope that our cooperation and close partnership would continue based on the meeting of minds and hearts and not just business. Finally, I'd like to thank all suppliers for supporting the OEM industry in a very difficult year last year. When you have schedules which are changing and market which is going down, I hats off to all of you for putting all your efforts in innovation, in working hard to improve your competitiveness and delivering a high quality product. I think we had an export of more than 500,000 cars last year, mostly to developed markets as an industry. And I think that is the result of the hard work put in by the entire industry, the component suppliers right down to the suppliers, right down to the raw material suppliers, all the way through the value chain, to really improve the quality of the vehicles that we produce to make them more competitive and acceptable in a global market. Thank you for all that effort. With this, I wish the ACMA annual convention all success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kirloskar, for your address and also for all your valuable suggestions for leveraging the auto industry. The auto component industry pioneered the Growing Together movement through the clusters approach way back in 1998. Ever since, the clusters have grown in its reach to membership and beyond, bringing its competitiveness for the companies involved while taking them through the lean journey. The sole string holding the beads of clusters together has been Mr. C. Narasimhan, Chief Mentor of ACMA Center for Technology. The learnings during the journey has been immense, and Mr. Narasimhan has penned his thoughts which the cluster companies take as mantras. The ACMA Center for Technology is extremely proud to present these mantras to the industry at large and has published a handbook, Excellence in Manufacturing Inestimable Mantras, written by Mr. C. Narasimhan, Chief Mentor, ACT. May I now request the Honorable Minister to kindly do the honor in releasing this handbook for the industry, and may I also request dignitaries in the dais to kindly join in. May I request Mr. Srivats Ram, Chairman, ACMA Center for Technology, and Mr. C. Narasimhan, Chief Mentor, ACMA Center for Technology, to kindly join the dignitaries on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Studies and reports help prepare members to deal with challenging situations and give directional inputs, which is a key deliverable of responsible industry bodies like ACMA. In this context, ACMA, together with McKinsey & Company, brings to you the detailed study on capturing the global opportunity, the next imperative for the Indian auto component industry, which is also the theme for the conference today. May I please request Honorable Minister to kindly launch this, and may I also invite on stage Mr. Ashok Taneja, Chairman, ACMA Knowledge Partner Engagements, Mr. Anant S. Narayan, Director, and Mr. Shivanshu Gupta, Partner, McKinsey & Company, to kindly join us. Thank you, Honorable Minister, dignitaries on the dais. Awards and recognitions go a long way in stimulating us and motivating us to excel. The ACMA Awards, which were instituted in 1966, has over the years grown in stature and today the most coveted in the auto component industry. Our eminent panel of jury this year was chaired by Mr. Vikram Kirloskar, President SIAM, and our other eminent jury members include Mr. I.V. Rao, Advisor, MSIL and Director, MSCE, Mr. G.P. Pitambra Shetty, Quality Department Supplier Support Center Division of the Toyota Kirloskar Motors Private Limited, Mr. Anil Sinha, Vice President, Manufacturing Operations from the Tata Motors Limited, Mr. Hemant Sikka, Chief Purchase Officer, Automotive and Farm Sectors, Mahindra & Mahindra Limited, Mr. Satyakam Arya, Vice President, Global Sourcing, Daimler India Commercial Vehicles Private Limited, Mr. Matthew Uman, Vice President, Supply Chain Management, Daimler India Commercial Vehicles Private Limited, Mr. Hans George Festing, Executive Director from the Volkswagen Group Sales India Private Limited, Mr. Praveen Akarthe, Head of Purchase from the Volkswagen Group Sales India Private Limited, and Mr. V. Sridhar, Senior Vice President, Manufacturing and Director, Honda Motorcycle and Scooter India Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to now request our Honorable Minister, Mr. Anant Geete, to kindly step forward to present the awards to our winners. May I also invite Mr. Srivats Ram, Past President ACMA and Chairman ACMA Center of Technology, to kindly join in. Ladies and gentlemen, the first category of award is Excellence in Export Small. In this category, ladies and gentlemen, this year we have two certificates of recognition. Bora Rubber Private Limited, Faridabad, has been awarded the Certificate of Recognition for Excellence in Exports in the small category. Mr. Shailendra Bora, Director Marketing, and Mr. Sumit Bora, Director Operations, will receive this. Heartiest congratulations. And the next recognition goes to Stork Auto Engineering Private Limited from Manesar. This has been awarded the Certificate of Recognition for Excellence in Exports in the small category. May I call on Ms. Mandeep Rangar. She is the Managing Director and she will receive the certificate. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category of awards is Excellence in Export Large. It goes to Shriram Pistons and Rings Limited, Ghaziabad, which has been awarded the ACMA Bronze Trophy for Excellence in Exports in the large category. Mr. Ashok Kumar Taneja, Managing Director, and CEO Mr. Rajiv Sethi, Senior Advisor, will receive this. Polyplastics Industry India Private Limited, Yamunanagar, has been awarded the ACMA Silver Trophy for Excellence in Exports in the large category. May I call upon Mr. Kamal Gupta, Managing Director, and Mr. Kapil Gupta, Joint Managing Director, to receive the trophy. Hi-Tech Gears Limited, Bhiwadi, has been awarded the ACMA Gold Trophy for Excellence in Exports in Large category. May I invite Mr. A.K. Verma, Chief Operating Officer, Passenger Cars Transmission and Two-Wheeler Transmission, Mr. Rajesh Magoo, Chief Operating Officer, Commercial Vehicles Transmission and Engineering Components. May I also request Mr. Deep Kapuria, Past President ACMA and Chairman of the Hi-Tech Group, to kindly join in receiving this award. Heartiest congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category of awards is Excellence in Technology Small. This goes to Litens Automotive India Private Limited, Pune, which has been awarded the ACMA Gold Trophy for Excellence in Technology in Small category. Mr. Rajan Babu Govindam, Director India Operations, and Mr. Jagannathan Ramasamy, Head Marketing and Technical Sales India, will receive this. The next category of awards is Excellence in Technology Large. Technico Industries Limited, Bawal, has been awarded the ACMA Bronze Trophy for Excellence in Technology. I call Mr. V.K. Talwar, Director Operations, and Mr. Sumit Hazari, Senior Manager, to receive this.
May we have a round of applause, please?
Moving on, Lumax Industries Limited, Pune, has been awarded the ACMA Silver Trophy for Excellence in Technologies in the Large category. Mr. Deepak Jain, Managing Director, and Mr. Vineet Sani, CEO, will receive the trophy. Wheels India Limited, CV Padi, has been awarded the ACMA Gold Trophy for Excellence in Technology in the Large category. Mr. B. Raja Ram, Vice President, Head Operations, CV, and Mr. J.K. Benthambu, Deputy Manager, Manufacturing, will receive the trophy. The next category of awards is Excellence in Quality and Productivity Small. In this category, we have 2 certificates of recognition, 1 silver and 1 gold trophy. Devilok Systems India, Bangalore, has been awarded the certificate of recognition for excellence in quality and productivity in the small category. Mr. Raj Tukral, CEO, and Mr. Sachin Karkera, DGM Operations, will receive this. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please request you to kindly be liberal with your applause. Stork Rubber Products Private Limited, Gurgaon, has been awarded the Certificate of Recognition for Excellence in Quality and Productivity in Small category. Mr. J.S. Rangar, MD, will receive this. Bohra Rubber Private Limited, Faridabad, has been awarded the ACMA Silver Trophy for Excellence in Quality and Productivity in the small category. Mr. Shailendra Bohra, Director Marketing, and Mr. Amit Bohra, Director Operations, will receive this. Cellorap Industries Private Limited, Gurgaon, has been awarded the ACMA Gold Trophy for Excellence in Quality and Productivity in the small category. Mr. Saurav Podar, Managing Director, and Mr. S.S. Mukha, Vice President, Business Development and Commercial, will receive this. Heartiest congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category of awards is Excellence in Quality and Productivity Large. Deluxe Bearings Limited, Plant 1, Vadhavan, has been awarded the ACMA Bronze Trophy for the same category. May I please request Mr. Nitin Kumar D. Pathak, and General Manager, and Mr. Kaushik N. Patel, Production Manager, to receive the trophy. Neolight ZKW Lightings Private Limited, Bahadurgarh, has been awarded the ACMA Silver Trophy for Excellence in Quality and Productivity Large category. Mr. Rajesh Jain, MD, and Mr. Yashvardhan, CEO, to kindly receive the trophy. Nipman Fastener Industries Private Limited, Haridwar, has been awarded the ACMA Gold Trophy for Excellence in Quality and Productivity in the Large category. May I call upon Mr. Amit Srivastav, DGM Operations, and Mr. Sandeep Bhimwal, DGM Operations, to kindly receive the trophy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the final category of awards is Excellence in Manufacturing. This year, the competition in the journey towards manufacturing excellence has become more intense. This is borne by the fact that this year we have 3 bronze, 2 silver and 1 gold trophy. The first ACMA Bronze Trophy for Manufacturing Excellence has been awarded to Lucas TVS Limited, Puducherry. May I call Mr. Sriranga, CEO, and Mr. K.R. Kumar, General Manager, to receive the trophy. The second ACMA Bronze Trophy for Manufacturing Excellence has been awarded to Pranav Vikas India Limited, Palwal. May I call Mr. K. Srinivas, Executive Director, and Mr. Sanjeev Shaharawat, GM Operations, to receive this. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the third ACMA Bronze Trophy, may I please call upon Mr. S. Bhargav, Head Operations from Rana Brake Lining Limited, Trichy, to receive this. Heartiest congratulations. And now for the first ACMA Silver Trophy for Manufacturing Excellence, which has been awarded to Lumax DK Auto Industries Limited from Pantnagar. Mr. Anmol Jain, Senior ED, and Mr. Sandeep Tyagi, Senior Manager, to kindly receive this. The second ACMA Silver Trophy for Manufacturing Excellence has been awarded to Subros Limited, Manesar. Mr. Naveen Sahani, Assistant Vice President Operation, and Mr. Randhir Singh, General Manager Production, to kindly receive the trophy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the ACMA Gold Trophy for Manufacturing Excellence has been awarded to Bosch Limited, Bangalore. May I please request Mr. Dotsor Jains, Vice President Technical Plant Management, and Mr. Gopi Kumar A, Vice President Commercial Plant Management, to kindly receive the Gold Trophy. Heartiest congratulations to all our bodies. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the most important award from all categories, which reaches to the last man. ACMA organizes the QC competitions at regional level and also at the national level. The objective of organizing these events is to promote team building and encourage problem-solving skills at the grassroots levels in these organizations. This year, the regional QC circle competition have been successfully organized in the northern, southern and western regions respectively. The national QC competition, which was held on the 23rd of August 2014 in Bangalore, in which the winners of the regional competition contested for the first, second and the third positions at the national level. The national winner for the year 2014 goes to Jagrati Quality Circle team from Motherson Sumi Systems Limited, Noida. I have great pleasure in inviting the entire team of the Jagrati Quality Circle team to receive the trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause for our winners. On behalf of ACMA, I would like to congratulate all the winners, and now may I request our ACMA Awards winners to kindly come on the dais along with the trophies for a photograph. May I please request them to come one by one. May I please request them to come company-wise along with their trophies for the photo opportunity. May I request them to have one representative from their respective company to come on stage for a photograph with Honorable Minister and other dignitaries on the dais. May I please request award winners to come with a trophy, but may I please request one representative only to come along for this group photograph.
All the color and the you can go at the front. Award winners, please go at the front. Pura,
Heartiest congratulations to all our award winners, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for them. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Minister, for presenting all these awards. Having risen through the ranks doing public service, Mr. Anant Geete has had a very challenging political career, starting as a councillor in the Municipal Corporation of Mumbai to now as a Union Minister for Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises. Mr. Geete had been chairman of various parliamentary standing committees like the Urban Development, OBC Business Advisory Committee, General Purpose Committee, and as chairman Committee on Petitions. Mr. Geete, the Geete Committee report on rural banking, which he steered and restructured, was a major breakthrough in providing seed finance to the farming community through rural banking. He has also actively contributed to the power reform sector relating to grid correlation and coordination. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, I have the honor and pleasure in inviting our guest of honor, Mr. Anant Geete, and I request him to kindly make his inaugural address.
मंच पर उपस्थित श्री राजन कटोच, सचिव भारी उद्योग मंत्रालय, सीआईआई के मनोनीत अध्यक्ष श्री सुमित मजुमदार, SIAM के अध्यक्ष श्री विक्रम किर्लोस्कर, ACMA के अध्यक्ष श्री हरीश लक्ष्मण, उपाध्यक्ष श्री रमेश सूरी, ACMA के महानिदेशक श्री विनी मेहता, इस वार्षिक सम्मेलन और राष्ट्रीय कॉन्फ्रेंस में उपस्थित सारे ऑटो कंपोनेंट इंडस्ट्री से जुड़े हुए प्रतिनिधिगण, अतिथिगण, मेरे मंत्रालय के वरिष्ठ अधिकारीगण, भाइयों और बहनों, आज के इस समारोह में आपने मुझे आमंत्रित करके जो सम्मान दिया है, उसके लिए मैं ACMA के सारे पदाधिकारियों को हृदयपूर्वक धन्यवाद देता हूं। साढ़े 9 बजे हमने इस सम्मेलन को शुरुआत की है। 9:30 पर यह सारा पूरा सभागार खचाखच भरा हुआ था, अब भी भरा हुआ है और शाम तक भरा हुआ रहेगा। इसके लिए मैं आप सभी को धन्यवाद देता हूं। जिनको मेरे हाथों अवार्ड दिए गए हैं, उन सभी का मैं अभिनंदन करता हूं। इस समारोह में शरीक होने के लिए जब मैं आया तो ACMA के अध्यक्ष मुझे चाय पान के लिए ले गए और उस हॉल में हम चाय पान के लिए बैठे थे। उसी समय हमारे एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी अंबुज शर्मा जी आए और उन्होंने कहा कि सर, पिछले 2 साल इस इंडस्ट्री के लिए बहुत बुरे थे, अब कुछ अच्छे दिन दिखाई दे रहे हैं। तो हमारे ACMA के अध्यक्ष ने कहा कि देखो, अभी जरा मुस्कान चेहरे पर दिखाई दे रही है। मैं चाहूंगा कि जो अच्छे दिन आज आए हैं, आने वाले हर पल अच्छे दिन रहे। और जब ये मैं कामना करता हूं तो इन अच्छे दिनों को लाने के लिए जो महत्वपूर्ण जिम्मेदारी सरकार को निभानी है, अब जब सरकार को निभानी है तो मुझे पता है उसमें अधिक महत्वपूर्ण जिम्मेवारी मुझे निभानी है। पंद्रह अगस्त को जब लाल किले के प्राचीर से प्रधानमंत्री जी का भाषण हुआ तो उन्होंने एक पूरे विश्व के लिए एक संदेश दिया, खास तौर पर उद्योग जगत के लिए एक संदेश दिया। और उन्होंने अपने भाषण में विश्व के उद्योगियों को आमंत्रित किया कि आप आइए, हमारे देश में उद्योग लगाइए। और मैं इस बात को समझता हूं, जब प्रधानमंत्री जी ने विश्व के उद्योजकों को आमंत्रित किया है तो अवसर हमारे लिए भी निश्चित रूप में खुले हैं। और उन्होंने कहा कि आइए, हमारे यहां उद्योग लगाइए। इसका जिक्र मैंने इसलिए किया है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी के इस घोषणा से निश्चित रूप में सरकार की मानसिकता क्या है, सरकार की मंशा क्या है, वो लाल किले से ही उनके इस घोषणा से झलक रही है। और इसलिए निश्चित रूप में मैं विश्वास दिलाना चाहूंगा कि विश्व सारे उद्योग जगत को भविष्य में निश्चित रूप में अच्छे दिन आएंगे। मैं धन्यवाद दूंगा मेरे सचिव राजन कटोच जी को और एडिशनल सचिव यहां पर जो उपस्थित है अंबुज शर्मा जी को, जब से सरकार में ये परिवर्तन हुआ है, सौ दिन हमारे कार्यकाल के पूरे हुए हैं। जब ये 100 दिन पूरे हुए इस कार्यकाल के सरकार के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में, तो निश्चित रूप में ये 100 दिन सफलता की ओर हम अग्रसर हो रहे हैं। और इसलिए जब इस 100 दिन का जायजा लिया गया तब निश्चित रूप में सभी को इस बात को स्वीकार करना पड़ा है कि निश्चित रूप में बदलाव आया है। और इसलिए मैं विश्वास दिलाना चाहूंगा, जो टोटल हमारी ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री है और उस ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री से जुड़े हुए ये जो ऑटो कंपोनेंट इंडस्ट्री है, वैसे कल एक सेमिनार होने जा रहा है सायमा का, कल सुबह है, आज एक्मा का हो रहा है। मैं जब आ रहा था इस सम्मेलन के लिए तो एक बात मेरे मन में आई, दो दिन पहले ही एक बहुत बड़ा फेस्टिवल गणेश पूजन पूरे देश में संपन्न हुआ। महाराष्ट्र में बड़ी संख्या में गणेश पूजन होता है और गणेश पूजन के बाद गौरी पूजन होता है। गौरी ये गणेश जी की माता है, देवी पार्वती है। तो पहले गणेश पूजन होता है और फिर गौरी पूजन होता है। तो जब सुबह मैं आ रहा था तो मेरे मन में ये विचार आया कि आज गणेश पूजन हो रहा है, कल गौरी पूजन होगा। तो ये रिश्ता मां बेटे का रिश्ता है। और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि इस मां बेटे के रिश्ते को ये दोनों संस्थाएं अच्छे रूप से निभा रही हैं। और जब मैं इस मां बेटे के रिश्तों को इस प्रकार से देख रहा हूं तो मुझे पूरा विश्वास है, विक्रम किर्लोस्कर जी यहां पर SIAM के अध्यक्ष बैठे हैं, मां अपनी जिम्मेवारी पूरी तरह निभाएगी, बेटे को साल भर भरपेट खाना खिलाएगी। और यदि ये जिम्मेवारी विक्रम किर्लोस्कर निभाते हैं तो मैं विश्वास दिलाता हूं कि ये दोनों की चिंता हमारी सरकार की नानी ये दोनों की चिंता करेगी। तो ऐसे रिश्ता है, इस रिश्ते को और अधिक मजबूत करने की आवश्यकता है। जब हम सपने देखते हैं देश को, हम चाहते हैं कि हमारा देश 21वीं सदी में जो सारे दुनिया के विकसित राष्ट्र है उनके पंक्तियों में जाके बैठे, तो जब हम विकसित राष्ट्र होने का सपना देखते हैं तो जिम्मेवारी हर एक की बनती है, हर क्षेत्र की बनती है, हर विभाग की बनती है। और उसमें सबसे महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका उद्योग जगत निभाता है। तो इस उद्योग जगत के अहम भूमिका को हमें नजरअंदाज नहीं करना चाहिए। और इसलिए प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने बिल्कुल लाल किले से सही संदेशा दिया है कि अब भविष्य में हमें इस सारे उद्योग जगत को बढ़ावा देना है। वैसे अब जमाना बदल चुका है, हम ग्लोबलाइजेशन के युग में हैं, वैश्वीकरण के युग में हैं, और जब हम वैश्वीकरण के युग में हैं तो स्पर्धा भी विश्व स्तर पर बनी हुई है और इसलिए हमारे लिए चुनौतियां भी बड़ी है। तो हमें इस विश्व स्तर की स्पर्धा में उतरना आवश्यक है और इस स्पर्धा में उतरने के लिए, इस स्पर्धा में सफल होने के लिए जब सरकार के द्वारा हम ये कहते हैं कि इस स्पर्धा में हमें उतरना है और सफल बनना है, तो सरकार के तौर पर इस सफलता को हासिल करने के लिए माहौल बनाने की जिम्मेवारी हमारी है, सरकार की है। इस बात को हम स्वीकार करते हैं और इसलिए आज विश्वास दिलाता हूं मैं यहां पर सारे ऑटोमोबाइल सेक्टर के लिए और ऑटोमोबाइल से जुड़े हुए ऑटो कंपोनेंट हो या अन्य क्षेत्र है, इन सभी के लिए विश्वास दिलाता हूं। कल तक तो पूरा सहयोग आपको मिला है, आने वाले कल में भी पूरा सहयोग मिलेगा और निश्चित रूप में ऑटो इंडस्ट्री के सेक्टर में दुनिया में जैसे हर एक इंडस्ट्री की एक एक तौर पर एक एक कंट्री की भी पहचान है, वैसे पूरे देश में इस ऑटोमोबाइल सेक्टर में हमारे देश की पहचान हो। इसलिए प्रधानमंत्री जी ने लाल किले से कहा कि आइए यहां पर आप उद्योग लगाइए, मेक इन इंडिया। और जब हम दुनिया के बाजार में घूमे तो जो भी चीज खरीदे तो पता चले ये मेड इन इंडिया है। तो जो उनका सपना है उस सपने को हमें साकार करना है और इस सपने को साकार करने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका, जिम्मेवारी आज एक्मा को निभानी है। मुझे प्रसन्नता हुई, खुशी हुई जब अवार्ड हम यहां पर दे रहे थे। जैसे मैंने शुरू में कहा कि यहां की जो उपस्थिति है, आप ठीक समय पर यहां पर सारे उपस्थित रहे, तो एक पारिवारिक रिश्ता निश्चित रूप में एक्मा के पदाधिकारियों में यहां पर बनाया है। मैं उनको तहे दिल से धन्यवाद दूंगा, उनका अभिनंदन करूंगा और इसलिए हमें सबको मिलकर आने वाले चुनौतियों का सामना करना है, गुजरे हुए दिन को भूलना है और अच्छे दिन के लिए प्रयास करना है। और मैं चाहूंगा कि निश्चित रूप में हमें भविष्य में अच्छे दिन आएंगे। जो भी सहयोग आप सरकार से चाहते हैं, मेरे मंत्रालय से चाहते हैं, निश्चित रूप में पूरा सहयोग आपको मिलेगा, यह विश्वास देता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
धन्यवाद माननीय मंत्री महोदय, आपके प्रोत्साहन और मार्गदर्शिता के लिए हम आभारी हैं और आपके कार्यकाल में इस क्षेत्र को और सफलता और आगे बढ़ने की उम्मीद हो, ऐसे हमारी आकांक्षा है। Ladies and gentlemen, with this we have Mr. Ramesh Suri, who's an eminent industrialist, widely respected for his business acumen, forward thinking and sound corporate governance. He's also extremely well known for his philanthropic and educational initiatives. With over 50 years of experience in the automotive industry, Mr. Suri, who heads the global Autotech, is also the recipient of the Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition for outstanding and invaluable service to the community by the Member of Congress from the United States of America. With these words, may I invite Mr. Ramesh Suri, Vice President ACMA, to kindly propose a vote of thanks.
Good morning. Honorable Shri Anant Geete ji, Dr. Rajan S. Katoch, Mr. Vikram Kirloskar ji, Mr. Sumit Mazumder, Mr. Harish Lakshman, Mr. Vinny Mehta, captains of the vehicle industry, officials from the government, ACMA past presidents, my colleagues from the ACMA Executive Committee and members of ACMA, friends from the press and media, ladies and gentlemen. As we conclude this inaugural session, it's my privilege to summarize and express my gratitude. I will not like to repeat, you have already heard about the industry, the past, present, and what is going to be the future. During the last 2 years, the automotive industry in India faced an overall downward trend, especially in commercial vehicles because of slowdown in the infrastructure projects and also uncertainty in the economic environment, which in turn adversely impacted the component sector. Sir, with the formation of the new government and the initiatives taken by the Honorable Prime Minister in the area of industrial growth and the announcement on 15th of August at Red Fort, come Make in India for domestic and export market, has given a fillip to our hope for encashing the global opportunity in the coming years. आपने सही कहा, अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं, लेकिन उसको मैं एक दूसरी तरह से एक्सप्रेस करता हूं। ये न पूछो कि मंजिल कहां है, अभी तो सफर का इरादा किया है। न छोड़ेंगे हम अपनी हिम्मत, इंडिया को बुलंदियों तक ले जाने का हमने वादा किया है। Sir, you rightly said that ACMA and SIAM is one body, बाप बेटे का रिश्ता, ये हम पूरी तरह निभाएंगे और इसके बगैर हम आगे बढ़ भी नहीं सकते और ना ही इसको इधर उधर करने से ग्रोथ में जा सकते हैं। I assure you, we all are one and we will work together for the growth of this mission, what our Honorable Prime Minister has given the announcement on 15th of August. Sir, I would like to thank you for having spared your valuable time for the good, gracious presence today, and I am sure with your support and guidance, the automotive industry will make substantial progress and growth. Mr. Sumit Mazumder, we are grateful to you for your presence here this morning and your support in involving our automotive component industry in CII consultative processes. Your observations are surely important and constructive for the growth of the auto industry. Mr. Kirloskar, your presence here today and active participation in the interaction with ACMA is an example of the close bond between ACMA and SIAM. We wish you a successful term at the SIAM. Your suggestions today are very relevant and require key attention by the authorities take to next level. Let me also take this opportunity to thank the entire McKinsey team led by Anant for the pertinent study on how India auto component manufacturers can become truly global player. I am confident that each one of us here will have a learning to reflect the act upon. Our sincere thanks to the distinguished panelists and guests, past presidents, the Executive Committee of ACMA, and the entire membership. Once again, our heartiest congratulations to all the award winners. We are particularly grateful to the members of the jury and to all the site assessors for selection of the awardees. We are indeed grateful to the sponsors who have supported this conference. Special thanks to the persons from the media who have always given voice to the industry and supported us. Last but not the least, I would like to compliment and thank the ACMA Secretariat for putting this event together. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, Mr. Suri, for your warm vote of thanks. May I now request Mr. Harish Lakshman to kindly present the mementos to our esteemed dignitaries. May I request him to kindly present a memento to our guest of honor, Honorable Minister, Mr. Anant Geete. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister, for gracing this momentous occasion with your time and presence and your assuring words. Thank you indeed. May I request Mr. Lakshman to kindly present a memento to Dr. Rajan S. Katoch, Secretary, Department of Heavy Industries. Thank you indeed for being here with us. May I once again request Mr. Lakshman to present mementos to Mr. Sumit Mazumder. And last but not least, to kindly present a memento to Mr. Vikram Kirloskar. Thank you, Mr. Lakshman. Ladies and gentlemen, with this we conclude our inaugural session. May I please request you to kindly join us back in the next 15 minutes for our special plenary. As you know, Honorable Minister Mr. Piyush Goyal will be attending the session and addressing us. May I please request you to kindly be on time. Thank you.